Welcome to Bagel's Binder, where we upload regularly. Today, I'll be teaching you the basics on how to play Japanime Games' latest release, Oshi Push. In a later video, we'll cover things on how to build your very own deck and more in-depth mechanics, but for now, we'll just be going over everything you need to know to start playing. As always, the description has timestamps on each section in the video. Make sure to stick around until the end to see a sneak peek at a secret card entrusted to me by Oshi Push themselves. In Oshi Push, your goal is to have your persona reach 1 million subscribers before your opponent does. To achieve this, you must build a larger audience than your opposition on a given platform. When you win a platform like this, you gain followers equal to its subscriber count, only ending when a player reaches that 1 million subscriber mark. Before you can start playing, there are a few things you'll need first. Now, obviously, the first thing you'll need is a persona, one of the VTubers that you use to represent yourself. Next, you'll need a 40 card deck that only has cards matching your persona's color or genre. Lastly, you'll need a platform deck containing exactly 5 cards with no duplicates. Now, to start, you'll need to place your persona in front of you so that you can read their abilities and stats easily. Make sure to add bits to your bank equal to your persona's bit stat. Bits are what you use to pay for cards and abilities, so it's important to keep track of these. Then, you must shuffle both your draw deck and platform deck thoroughly. Once shuffled, draw 5 cards from your draw deck. If needed, you may mulligan once by simply putting back all 5 cards, shuffling, and drawing another 5 off the top. But remember, you can only do this once. Lastly, to set up, you need to decide who is going first. You can use any method you'd like to achieve this, with things like a coin flip or rock, paper, scissors being some popular picks. Whoever wins the chosen method gets the coveted first player token. This will be important later, just trust me. Once the first player has been decided, they must reveal the first card from their platform deck and place it in the platform row between all players. Then, going clockwise, each player does the same until 3 platform cards have been revealed and placed in the platform row. Oshi Push is made up of several phases in a single round, with a round only ending when neither player chooses to do anything on their turn. During the content phase, each player will choose a platform that they'd like to move their persona to, starting with the player currently holding the first player token. Once that's been done, the first player may do one and only one of the following. They can play a card by paying the given cost. They can activate abilities on currently played cards, only being able to do so once per round, or use discard abilities on cards that are currently being held in their hand. With that being said, none of these actions are mandatory. If you so choose, you can always just pass your turn, in which case your opponent will get a chance to carry out their own action. If they do, you then have another chance to take an action. This continues until both players decide to pass without making an action. Next up, we have the platform phase. During this phase, each player will start the competition by comparing their influence on each of the given platforms. The player with the most influence will gain popularity on that platform. Then, if a player's popularity meets or exceeds the popularity threshold on the platform, that player will capture it and add its subscriber count to their subscriber total. Remember, the first player to win 1 million subscribers wins the game. Now, what exactly does all of this mean? Well, to start competing, the player with the first player token gets to decide from which direction the platforms will resolve. This means that they can choose either to go from right to left or from left to right, but strictly not starting from the center. Once the order has been decided, each player will then clash. Starting with the first player, everyone once again gets an opportunity to take an action until everyone passes. While this is similar to the content phase, it's important to know that the only cards you can play are action cards and not content or upgrade cards. Action cards are delineated by the right side card type, as well as their lack of bits or influence in the bottom right corner. If everyone has passed without taking another action, the platform is then resolved. At this point, everyone adds together all the influence they accumulated on that platform, most often coming from their persona, any upgrades, or content they have on that platform. Then each player will compare their totals with each other. The player with the highest influence on a platform will earn 1 popularity on that platform. Additionally, the winner will also get any clash rewards that the platform might have. Once resolved, if a player has popularity equal to or exceeding the popularity threshold of a platform, this is always indicated by the number in the bottom left corner of the card, they capture it and get to add it to their studio along with all its subscribers. Then, any other player that had popularity on that platform will convert their total to bits and add them to their bank. Finally, when a player captures a platform, all content on that card will be sent to the trash. Then, the player to the left of the one who captured the platform will replace it with one from their own platform deck. After each platform has been resolved and all the influence added, the last phase starts. This is the refresh phase. The refresh phase is an opportunity for everyone to set back up and strategize, with it starting by having all players move their persona, or their upgrade, from the platform they were assigned to back to the studio in front of them. Then each player will earn bits equal to their persona or their upgrade's bits stat, making sure to add them to their total in their bank. Everyone then gets to draw one card from the top of their draw deck, always aiming to keep the total at 7 cards or less, as going above will force them to discard back down to 7. If someone would draw a card this way but has nothing in their draw deck, they will instantly lose the game, so be careful. Lastly, the coveted first player token is then passed to the next player and the content phase starts again. And that's just about it. That should be everything you need to know in order to start playing Oshi Push. If this is your first time hearing about it, or you're a new player looking for somewhere to get cards to start playing, make sure to check out the link in the description. Using our link helps the channel a ton, so I'd really appreciate it if you guys just gave it a look. Japanime Games has everything from starter decks to sleeves to playmats that can take your game to the next level. If you liked this video and want to give it another watch, you'll really like this unique card, first ever seen here. Encore Performance. Costing you only 2 bits to play, this content card not only provides 4 influence on the platform it's played on, but it also allows for you to retrieve any cards you want from your trash. Talk about value. But seriously, I really do appreciate you all watching this far, and I want to give a huge thanks to Japanime Games and Oshi Push for partnering with me. It means the world that I get to make content like this for you guys. Make sure to also check out all these other places where I can be found. Whether I'm live streaming or uploading, I'm always happy to see you around. But that's about everything for today, so once again, thank you, and don't forget to sleeve your cards.